Hey everybody, Steve here, and here's a look at all the stories we're following from the AFR News Desk for June 23rd, 2015. Our lead story this week comes from over on Kickstarter, where there is a game called Masters of Football currently seeking funding. This game is for 2 to 4 players, and it allows you to build your team and then take it through a championship season while you're dealing with your manager who has some special abilities and also maybe some corruption in the world of soccer. It looks like a really interesting game. They're about halfway to their funding goal and they have just 9 days left. So if it's something you're interested in, be sure to check out the links below the video. In other Kickstarter news, just to follow up from a couple of stories from last week, the Monster Truck Mayhem Kickstarter by Dice Hate Me Games. They're at about 11,000 of their $30,000 goal, but they still have about 20 days left on the campaign. They've recently had a couple of previews where they've taken a closer look at 3 of the 6 trucks that come with that game. You can check out the links below for that. And then over on Indigogo was the PAPECARZ campaign. They've jumped up to halfway to their funding goal, and they have 21 days left on that campaign. And now let's take a look at new releases. Sticking with the soccer theme, over at play.com, they've released the 2014-15 English Pro League set for their Soccer Blast game. Over at APBA, they've announced that you can now begin purchasing the new revised edition of their APBA Hockey Game, though they won't ship out until after their convention later this month. They've also released the 2014-15 NHL Pro set, and they also have the 2015 Stanley Cup semifinalist set available as a separate purchase, although that set does come with the new game. And over at Replay Games, they are taking pre-orders for another special Collector's Choice set. This time it's the 2004 Collector's Choice. This comes with all 8 playoff teams as well as the Oakland team from that year. This limited edition set will begin shipping pre-orders on July 24th, and your last chance to get it will be on July 31st. And now it's time for the question of the week. Last week on the show, I asked everybody what their thoughts were on the current pace of play rules that have been enacted for Major League Baseball this year. And the majority of people said that they had no issues with the current pace of play. In fact, a lot of people said that they enjoy the more leisurely pace that takes place during a baseball game. One viewer in particular, Accelerator, noted that when he used to live in the Kansas City area, when the Athletics were there, that it was an occasion to go to the game, and the amount of time that it took to get to the game and get in, it was worth it to have a nice leisurely experience. And I have to admit, when I'm actually going and watching a game at the stadium, I couldn't care less if that game took 5 hours to play out, because it's such an enjoyable experience at the ballpark. Thank you again to everybody who left comments. Always enjoy hearing from the viewers. And this week I'd like to ask everybody, what is your favorite player slogan that has gone along with one of your favorite sports stars, either past or present? As you can see, I'm wearing my Party Like a Brock Star shirt tonight. And it got me thinking of a set of cups that my older brother had when I was a kid. And he had one of Richie Zisk when he was on the White Sox. And it said something to the effect of, "Pitch to Zisk at your own risk." And it just really struck me. I really liked it. And it was enough that I learned about who Richie Zisk was. Of course, this being in the pre-internet era, that meant buying a bunch of baseball cards until I pulled a Zisk one out of a stack. So let me know in the comments below what your favorite player slogan is, past or present, and we'll highlight a couple of them on next week's show. And now it's time for channel updates. So this week, I'm really excited to announce the next review I'll be working on, and it's actually going to be another AFR Scouting Report for an upcoming Kickstarter campaign. It's going to be for the Pigskin football game that's going to be up on Kickstarter starting July 10th. So stay tuned. I'm going to try to time that review to come out maybe just a little bit before the campaign, so you can check that out and be ready to pledge when the campaign launches if it's something that you enjoy. Other than that, of course, the news will be going up every Tuesday night. And if you didn't get a chance, please check out my AFR 2-minute drill segment that was on this week's Board Game Breakfast on the Dice Tower channel, and I'll post links to that below. Alright everybody, that's all for now. Thanks for watching. My name's Steve, and I'll see you next time after further review.